What's up, guys? Black Cat Movies here, back with another video, and today we're ranking all the movies I saw this year so far, all 16. I do this every year on the 4th of July, and last year I did top 10, but I don't know if there will be 10 great movies every year in the beginning. So this will be non-spoiler rankings. So if you haven't seen any of these movies, or some of them you have not seen, feel free to watch it, and I'll tell you if you should see them or not. So I don't know if I'll tell you if you should see them or not, but I'll say some great things in here. So let's get started. So in last place, number 16, Madame Web. Horrible movie. Horrible concept, horrible visual effects, horrible acting, and the bad guy gets blown up. He gets killed by a soda, like a sign falling on him. Just horrible. Number 15, Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. Such a boring movie. A really big step down from the first movie. Even though the first one's not great, still, I really enjoyed it still. Art's not good. But this one's really boring. Really boring backstories they tell. But the action's a little exciting. But the action is exciting in the end. But overall, it's just a bad movie. Number 14, The Garfield Movie. A very childish movie. It's basic kids movie, but it has some heartfelt moments. It's a big step up from Madame Web and Rebel Moon. I like the heartful. The moments are heartful with Garfield and his dad, like the relationship. Also, Chris Pratt as Garfield's fine. And the animation is fine looking, but it's overall just generic and basic. Number 13, Kung Fu Panda 4. It's just a fine enough movie. I had some fun with it. I liked, it's just mediocre dialogue and script, and I like the animation. Poe is still good, but I also did not like, it didn't have the same heart as the first three. It did not show the Furious 5 at all until the very end. So it's just good but flawed. Number 12, Argyle. So I liked this movie at first. I do still like it, but it's not as good as I think it was. I only saw it once in theaters. I think it has a good action, but it's a very goofy movie. I don't remember her name, the actress. She was also in Jurassic World. I liked her. I like Henry Cavill. And I like most of the cast, but overall, it's a very goofy movie, but it's still fun. Number 11, If. A really heartwarming and delightful movie. I like Steve Carell in this movie. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like the score in this movie so good, and it's a very sad movie, and it has heartfelt moments. Overall, I enjoyed it, and also makes us remember how our childhoods were. Number 10, Mean Girls. I watched this movie on an airplane coming home from New Jersey, and I really enjoyed it. I like the musical elements. I like the characters, Katie, Regina, George, and the performances are good. I like the musical numbers are great, and I think it's a really good coming of age and romance, and I really enjoyed it. Number 9, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Such a really fun movie. I think it has cool fight scenes, cool visual effects. I think the final fight is really fun, one of my main issues is they don't have enough Godzilla in this movie. That's my main issue. Number 8, A Quiet Place Day 1. So I just reviewed this movie the other day. I thought it was really great movie. I had not seen Quiet Place Part 2. I just watched the first one in preparation, so I remembered a bit of it. I like the visual effects. I like the thrills. It doesn't have enough. I like Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn. Their performances are great. The relationship between Sam and Eric is great. Frodo the cat steals the show, and it's really emotional some parts and beautiful, and a great score. I really enjoyed it. Number 7, The Fall Guy. Such a really fun action movie. Fantastic action sequences. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. Great performances. The relationship between Colt and Jodie are great, and I think the score's great and has a really great soundtrack. And also Aaron Taylor Johnson's great in this movie. Number 6, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I think this movie's overhated. It's really fun. I like Paul Rudd in this. He's great as like Afterlife, and McKenna Grace as Phoebe Spangler is great. And it has great visual effects. I think some parts are good. It has a lot of going on in it. Too much plot lines, too much characters, but I still think it's good. It's still a really solid, fun time, and also I love seeing them back in New York, and hearing the song again is great. Ghostbusters song. Number 5, Arthur the King. A really delightful movie it's a really sweet story it's based on a true story about a guy who was in a race and he found a dog in it. It's really, the relationship between him and the dog are great. It has the race sequences are great. The adventure is great. And overall, it's such a great movie. Number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, I love this movie. I watched all the Planet of the Apes movies for the first time, and it was and I love seeing this in IMAX. I think the visual effects are great. The CGI is great. Proximus Caesar is a great villain, and it's really great. It's set 300 years after war, and I think I think the action's great. It has a great adventure in it. I like all the characters like Noah, and I also like May. I think it's such a great movie. Number 3, Inside Out 2. I absolutely love this movie. It's a great continuation of the first Inside Out, and it's also a great start about Riley entering puberty and as a teenager. And it has really great messages like you have to grow up. You have to, even though with puberty, and you should not let your anxiety control you. Anxiety, voiced by Maya Hawke, is really good. Also, all the other emotions really good, and I like all the returning voice casts of the old ones, and I like the animation style is gorgeous. Pixar's always gorgeous with animation, and also I like the score, and it has really emotional moments. Not as emotional as the first one, but I think it is really emotional, the ending. Our runner-up, number 2, Furiosa Mad Max Saga. Just a really amazing movie with great cinematography. Anya Taylor-Joy of Furiosa is great. Chris Hemsworth, the Dementis, the villain, is great. It's probably one of the best villains I've seen this decade. The action sequences are great. The music's great that plays, and it's just such an amazing movie. I would recommend anyone seeing this. But at number 1, Dune Part 2. Such a masterpiece of a movie. This movie is so epic. Timothée Chalamet's great. Zendaya's great. I love the visual effects in this movie. I love the action sequences. I love the villain. I love the story. It's all so good. It's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. I saw it twice in the theater. I just only seen it twice, but I can't wait to watch it more in the future. So I hope you like this ranking. There are some movies I had not seen yet this year that I want to see, like Bob Marley, One Love, and Damsel. I still want to see those, and also I'm gonna be and I'll be seeing Despicable Me 4 sometime soon. So I hope you like the the ranking coming up soon. Reviews for all Minions and Minions Rise of Gru, Despicable Me 3, and then Despicable Me 4 review, and then a ranking of them all. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.